Yeah, I wanted to get everybody's take on Occupy becoming a political party.
Well,
How would you guys feel about that?
All right, just make sure you guys like speak up or whatever.
Okay.
Hopefully the camera will pick it up. We're live now for those who are watching. I'm sure Jake is the only one watching right now, but
He can comment in and stuff too.
yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Is everybody in agreement of starting the meeting?
yeah.
I'm in agreement.
Everybody, okay,
Yep.
majority. You want to go ahead and you're right there by the speaker. You want to tell Jake the update on the DVDs?
What did you say? Roger was recording tonight.
Right. Roger is recording the Halloween parade tonight, and he also got a copy of. He also got a copy of the city council meeting in which they say that they should investigate the chalk walk further. Right. Right. Okay. So we got those two. Um, we're on a way to get those. Can you upload them to the Occupy page or Occupy Defiance page?
Possible.
Possible. Try it. If not, we'll get a copy to either Josh or Jake, and they can get it on there. The same with the. Tell you what, we'll just do them both at the same time when you get the parade video.
We don't need to upload the entire parade, just our part.
Huh?
We don't need to upload the entire parade, just our part.
Yeah, just our part.
Yeah.
Any other updates? Okay. Uh, Jake did a good job giving his summary of the events that took place the night of the chalk walk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you or you guys has anybody else wrote down a summary of what happened or a statement?
Um,
I
I
have.
I read it and I talked to him
Uh-huh.
and let him know that it was cool.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought it was pretty complete and covered all the bases.
Yeah, but everybody
Yeah.
should have. We agreed that everybody was going to write their own. Remember, and we were just
Oh.
going to compile them. In fact,
Yeah.
Jake should take his and print his off on paper so we have a hard copy of his. So that we have, you know what I mean, everybody's statements. So, because we're going to plan on going to the city council.
Do you have yours?
I have like a half-ass written draft at home,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be a problem to bust that one out.
Okay.
And then we'll get those taken care of.
For anybody watching, there is a chat window on the social stream if you want to get on there and chat with us while you're watching this. I am occupying that right now, so just a heads up.
Is anybody watching?
Sean.
Have
Yeah, there's a couple watching.
Have you heard anything back yet, Josh, about the people you contacted for legal advice?
No, I haven't heard anything back.
Anything back yet? No.
Let's go to Gmail. I haven't heard anything back, but I have gotten a crap load of emails. So,
From
like, everything. So, I'll go
It'd
to
be
my
nice if we
sent.
could find some free counsel on this.
Yeah.
Somebody who's willing to do some like public service pro bono for civil liberties.
Next time I see Sean on there, I'll see if he has anybody he can refer to us.
Sean Nestor.
Yeah.
I was thinking too a Google search maybe of pro bono lawyers in our area that will handle civil rights cases. There's got to be some, dude.
But we don't want anybody in our area. Not in our direct area.
Well,
Yeah,
because
we
they're
gotta.
going to be on the side of the police.
Right. We already know that everybody in this town shakes hands with, yeah. So if we can even find somebody from Toledo or Lima or, you know what I mean, somewhere within the vicinity, it would be great. Because
I'll get a hold of
They do have a Toledo board association. You call them and they put you in like you give them a survey or whatever, and they put you in contact with lawyers or whatever from Toledo. But again, that's going to cost money to do and all that. So
I think the only legal action here that we really need is a judge's definition of defacing sidewalks. If we can get it to where spitting is okay on a sidewalk,
yeah.
along with anything that's non-permanent, like chalk or powder or soap, whatever it may be. But as long as it's not permanent, I think. But anyway, that's for a judge to decide. And if we can get a ruling on that, then that would clear up everything.
Didn't the Supreme Court make that ruling?
No, they said it
Defacing.
was okay to film police
Yeah, it
officers.
says it's okay to film police, but
But every case about chalk and sidewalks has been brought forward and is lost.
Really?
But I haven't seen anything about Ohio. Anything in Ohio. There's been California and
Well, how long are they reserving their right
who's
to
Texas
file
was
charges
too.
on it?
Oh, it's already done. They already said that that incident that happened that night was going to be a warning.
yeah.
And now that we understand, now that we know what the law is, we're to abide by in our in the means of that law. And if we have any questions about any other events we're doing or any other things that we have discrepancies with or anything, he said come down, he'll check it out for us and give us the legalness, what I mean, the legal matters behind anything that we want to do. And they're really cool. I listened to the video. The guy, the chief, he's not that bad of a dude. He did sound like he's covering his ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did sound like that, but for the most part, he's just like, you guys are good. You know what I mean?
He was advised by Williamson not to talk about us and change his statement.
So what?
Not to talk to us and change his statement.
Mm.
Because if you remember that phone call that got with Jake, he said he was all for coming to our meeting and everything, but he had to talk to the city law director. So he contacted him, and then he canceled the meeting, changed the statement, and everything. So
I don't know.
but we definitely need to push back at this, because if we don't push back at this, we might as well not even bother doing anything else. Because when we had the problem with the county commissioners, we didn't push back against that. We just let it be and let it ride as being fine.
Well, see, here's the thing. If they, I know from town to town it's going to vary legal matters as far as chalking sidewalks. That's going to vary. As long as we can get a complete definition by a judge ruling
Well,
The ordinance.
Jacob just sent
The
me a
ordinance
thing
says
here
that says,
that says Tim Osmar versus the city of Orlando, just down the road. He won his case, his First Amendment sidewalk chalk case, because it's federally protected free speech and it doesn't cause damage.
and see, that is one of the cases that we can use in our case
the
to make ours legal.
the ordinance in Defiance, Ohio, says that you can't paint on sidewalks and you can't spit on sidewalks.
Yeah, you can't
It says
deface.
nothing about. No,
I think that cop's definition of what the thing was.
defacing is paint. It says it right in the ordinance.
Or permanent, something of permanent nature.
No, it says paint.
What was the word that they used?
Paint.
No, it wasn't
Well, the
paint.
chief basically
Yes.
told Jake. Basically told Jake it's. He's going to make a judgment call. That's what these cops are going to do. They're going to be authorized to make a judgment call,
Oh,
and they're going to get away with it.
what was that?
Articulate.
Articulate.
Yeah.
They have to articulate the circumstance.
Here,
That's what it is.
Plug it in here. I got all the forms for that was given.
Oh, okay.
And what it really comes right down to is
It's
it's
a
just
chalk wall.
bored cops.
Yeah.
Cops that are bored.
Yep.
And they're not doing any real police work.
But
They
see,
should be.
I'm with Roger on this. We gotta take care of this, so that way cops know that when you infringe upon our free speech rights, we're gonna fight back, and if you fuck up, we're gonna win. You know what I mean? And that'll show cops. It might make some of them gun after us, but if we all
You're
stay
definitely going to
legit,
get that. You're
if
going
we
to
all
get
stay
that.
legit,
And not just cops.
if we all stay legit, they can't do nothing. You know,
No.
they can just be pissed that they can't get their way, like little babies. which I'm pretty sure they'll have a hissy fit when they lose. I guarantee it. But
Yeah, we just have to keep make sure we have
the
everything
thing,
covered.
yeah, the thing is, I'd really like to know the legal procedures in taking this to court, getting this brought before a judge. And damn, our judges suck in this town.
You think?
Our judges suck. Fuck dick. Rich people's dicks too. It sucks. They
That's why
stink of
that's why lawyers
asshole.
needed.
Yeah,
Huh?
That's why lawyers needed.
yeah, a good
Yeah.
lawyer.
Well, we got a common
Somebody.
pleas judge who wins every year because they run unattended, unopposed.
But what do you know about the
Okay.
guy over here in this new building, the municipal building?
Huh?
I want to know
Okay.
about that guy. I
You
don't
get it?
know. I don't know him that well.
Jacob sent. Yeah, that copied over. But Jacob sent this to me. He believes that we should A, talk to a lawyer, which
Right.
we're trying to work on. B, organize a new chalk walk where we meet downtown and give away a ton of chalk for free. And C, see what they want to do, take it to trial.
Me and Jake were talking earlier today and yesterday, and I was telling him if it'd be nice to let even the police know that we want to turn that chalk walk event into a community event
Yeah.
where people can bring out their kids, and we'll supply the chalk. Occupy Defiance will supply the chalk. You come out, draw
You
whatever you
draw
want.
whatever you
As
want.
yeah, as long as it's within, it's not vulgar and it's
Right.
not obscene. But it can be any political message. It can't be hate speech. We're not for that. But even still, we should even allow that because that's still free speech. But anyway, we turn it into a community event. Let the businesses come out. Let them get involved with. You know what I mean? Let their workers get involved with it. And once they see that it's just the same as the girls going around painting on the windows for football games, that's the exact same thing it is. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
just free speech. And then I think they'll be cool with it. In fact, I would like to see it to where people can even get in groups and there'll be art contests. You know what I mean? And when people are walking through the parade, when they ain't got nothing to say, they can be like, "All right, on the corner of Clinton and First, you'll see a big art piece of such and such done by such and such and such and such," and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
See, I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
Like when they do art in the park.
yeah,
Like if
that
we could
too.
turn it into a kind of an offshoot of
We
that,
can
like
chalk the sidewalk there.
yeah, like
Yeah,
after art in the park or whatever, make it an
or
ending
before. I'd
thing.
say before.
Yeah, or
Before
whatever,
art, yeah, before art in the park, chalk the sidewalks
Yeah,
up.
yeah, just go
Oh
through,
yeah.
walk through downtown, and everybody get together and that wants to be part of art in the park or whatever, and community event and go through. But however, I don't think that we need to limit it to that. We
Right,
do need to
right.
push the envelope and make sure that hey, if we're gonna go out and do this any other time, we're not gonna get arrested for writing on the sidewalk with freaking
Well,
chalk.
he
Right.
did say that right now they can charge you with,
Criminal mischief
yeah,
and
it's a
defacing a
minor
public sidewalk.
misdemeanor, and if they want to, they can charge you with criminal mischief, and that's like a third degree felon, no, third degree misdemeanor or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, but it's on discretion based. It's completely discretionary. Discretionary. If if they see a little girl doing tic tac toe on the sidewalk, they have the right to arrest her or not. And then there's age thing too. The court takes into account the ability to comprehend right from wrong. You have to be a certain age before you can prosecute. But let's say there was a couple of 18-year-old kids playing tic tac toe with chalk. They could leave them alone, but mess with us if we were right next to them writing, the government is bad. Because it's completely discretionary. They can pick and choose who they want to mess
Well,
with
yeah.
chalk.
Basically, what they're saying is that their interpretation of the law allows them to discriminate.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What you're saying is that political speech is illegal. Is what they're saying.
Yeah. To
And
them,
and
that's
that
exactly
no, no,
what they're saying.
that's what it said. That's what it says in the police report.
Yeah, I seen a couple people mention that. They were like, it's funny how they had to bring it to a halt as soon as they found out that the messages in question were of a political nature.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but I love political speech.
So do I.
So do I.
Holla.
Hello.
Okay, so actually, I'm gonna text Jake and get Sean Nestor's email. Well, actually, I have him
The
here.
what?
Never mind. Never mind. I'm just talking out my rear end.
Anything else we need to talk about, guys?
Let's talk a little more about seeing if we can find if other Occupy groups have Facebook pages like we do, and see
Yeah, there
about
is a couple.
Yeah, there are all kinds of, a couple, 100 or so.
let's see what we can do about getting something going to where that we collectively or we agree collectively on an issue and
Well, there is actually,
demonstrate based on that issue.
there's actually a new
Push
issue right
literature, push education based on that issue,
Right.
and have an agenda. You
Right.
know.
I
now.
kind of see where you're going with that.
It was Mansfield. Was it Mansfield? Yeah, I think it was Mansfield.
Yeah.
They went to their city council and they made it to where fracking is illegal in their county. And the reason they're doing that is because what these fracking companies are doing, where they're fracking where the natural gas is, and then whenever they're done, they take the water that's now damaged water. It has like chemicals
Yeah.
and
They're using the natural waters
and
for their
yeah,
taking out the gas.
and then and it has like minerals and it can't be used anymore. So what they do, they take that water and they offer some farmer somewhere $1 million to drill a well in his land, and then they dump that water in there. Well, sooner or later, that that well is going to disintegrate over 20, 30 years or whatever, and all that water is going to seep out into the underground water and everything.
That's how
So
they're
they
getting
so,
rid of it.
yeah. So they want to get so they went to their city council and they made fracking and fracking wells illegal in their county, and they won. And the city council went and did that. So we need to do that. We need to pick up that issue and go on with
Are
it.
they fracking around here?
It's not about the fracking; it's the water. It's the well water.
Oh. Well, if we
After
do
the,
that,
after
we're
they
gonna have to make it to where any industry or any corporation that so chooses to do anything with the environment not
it's
take.
already been done. That's what I'm saying. It's already
Yeah,
been done.
over in St. Mary's, there was
Well, no, in
dumping
Ohio,
so many chemicals.
they're wanting to do this. People who have their own wells, they're wanting to cap them off and
Yeah,
force them to use
to use
piped
pump.
in city
Mm-hmm.
water. And what's the reason for that? Why do they want our wells?
Because they want to be able to control your water usage,
Yeah.
man. That's plain and simple. They want to be able to
You
flip
know,
the
you
But
switch.
that's but that's the newest Occupy issue that's out there.
Well, that's
Well,
cool.
that's what my point is that we
That
need
one's
to all of us,
be
that's what I would
behind.
like to see. All of us be behind the same issue
Yeah.
all at once, across the board, coast to coast.
Right.
You're gonna get it from them.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean,
and here's the thing: it's okay that we have a lot of topics and a lot of issues to deal with, but
but
we do need
tackling them one at a time is the only way to get through it.
right.
Yeah.
And
And
together we have to be solid. We all
because
have to
then
be
we
united
can
in
do
doing
one
things.
one issue at a time. We can do what we're trying to do to begin with, and that's educate people.
Right. Look at big shop local businesses. There's Small Business Day now. I think
Yeah.
that was a big push by the Occupy movement. Brought that into the light, and a lot of small businesses got behind that because they're small businesses. You know what I mean? But once you know what I mean, once things like that get into the light, then they're like, oh yeah, once people agree to them, they're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Well, once they find out about them, they're you know what I mean, they get educated about it. They're like, oh man, I didn't know that was happening, or hey, that's a
Holy
good
crap!
idea. Let's do it.
Did you get the invitation to that work meeting that they're having on the first?
Work meeting.
Yeah, they're having a baby shower with some people over in Cleveland who
Oh, what was it?
who had
Welcome
who
Baby Boy Occupy or something?
conceived their baby at Occupy Cleveland. And,
Yeah, buddy.
and
Nice.
it's like a week or two before the baby's supposed to be born, so
Keep the
they're having
sheets warm.
uh,
Keep the tent warm.
a baby shower.
The Occupy
That's
baby.
awesome.
Oh my god.
I got I got an
It
invite to
just it just
something
seems
like that.
creepy.
No, I think it'd be cool. I got an invite to it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
Hey,
haven't
ask
really
Jake.
responded yet.
Ask Jake if he knows of or if
You
he
ask
can.
him.
Okay, Jake, do you know of any consolidated Occupy movement to where they're like trying to unite all the Occupy groups together, or at least a community board where all of them come together and can
I just
share info?
I just told you one. We
I
talked about
didn't
it in
hear.
Toledo, the fracking issue.
Did you give us the name of a site or
He
a page?
said, "Yes, I do."
He does. Uh, see if you can get on there and find out how many Occupy groups are on there, and see if you can get in contact of who's like the owner of the page, and let's see if we can talk to him about getting one issue at a time, and hopefully getting all Occupy groups. See if they'll come to an agreement to where we can all focus on one issue together at one time, and then go through a list. You know,
Nah, so we can basically establish
one issue.
like an agenda
Right.
for Occupy essentially
Right.
with all of them,
Right.
and
And we can all vote on which one comes next and everything. And the thing is, we need to all be working on the same issue at the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of like that idea. We need what we need to do is set up another Occupied Ohio General Assembly
Yes.
meeting.
Is there word on that on the Facebook page?
Yeah, we are in that.
Are they trying to vote right now to see where it's going to be held, or is it already at a place? Is it going to be Toledo?
It's kind of random. Like if we wanted to set up like if we wanted to host a meeting, we were thinking about next time hosting it in Columbus, since that way we can, because I guess from what they were saying, Cincinnati and Dayton have a really strong movement. So with it being a more centralized location in the state, we could get them.
More people show.
Yeah, we can get an easier involvement from them,
Yeah.
and which would be nice because if they have a good solid movement behind them. It'd be nice if we get Fort Wayne involved too. I know they're not in Ohio, but at the same time, you know,
Their area.
yeah, they're
So
close enough
still Maumee
within
Valley.
us. Yeah,
Fort Wayne's still in the Maumee Valley.
yeah. Jake said that strike debt slash rolling jubilee and occupy Sandy is pretty big right now.
Those are the three issues that are going up.
Well, the strike debt slash rolling jubilee is the same thing. And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's a strong. That's a strong.
Yeah.
yeah, it's where they're going through and buying up the debt and
Who's buying
canceling
it
it
up?
out. Like,
Rolling Jubilee is.
yeah, they're taking donations and what they do. It's kind of like when you,
I know what a jubilee is.
yeah, but
I know that.
it's kind of like when you have your hospital bills.
All paid for. Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess like say they go to collections or something like that, you can settle for a certain amount.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, so
it's
those what those guys are gonna do
What
for
happens
people?
is
yeah, that's kind of
Okay.
what they're doing is they buy up all
The
this
debt,
debt
and then they
for
settle
a
it. Yeah,
fraction of it, and
what
they
it
settle
costs.
it. Yeah,
That's
see,
cool.
collection agencies purchase the debt from people who is owed the money to
Yeah, I
at a
know.
reduced amount.
Right, I know.
Then they go out and collect it.
Yep.
So what these guys are doing is buying
And
up
then
that
those are
debt
the
and
same
then
guys that send you
forgiving it.
letters saying you owe $800, but we'll settle right now for 30% of the $800.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But yeah, that's what they're going to be doing. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool. I like that one.
Yeah.
yeah. So they're like
Maybe
taking
we can
donations and
hold
all kinds of stuff.
maybe we can hold a fundraiser for them.
Huh?
Maybe we can hold a fundraiser for them.
That would be a good thing to put on the agenda.
And they're taking debt from
You want to
anybody,
pick that up for me?
or is it only
Well,
certain
they
people?
kind of they go from like organization to organization. Kind of from what I get from it, they don't discriminate. They just go to like you have this organization here, and we have so much money, so we'll buy this much. It's not really like there. I don't think there's
Yeah, but I
really like
haven't
a
heard
Okay.
how they decide what debt they
I got you.
purchase.
I got you.
yeah, but I think it's pretty random
I
what I
It
see.
is.
heard it's all going to be medical bills right now.
No, see, I wouldn't. I think that would be alright. Because medical bills is like the number one thing that kills people. Jake
Right.
just messaged me, so I think he probably has some input on it.
Do what?
Um, he said there's a vigil for Bradley Manning in Toledo soon, and/or fundraiser for Occupy Sandy.
He's not dead. Bradley Manning.
No, but it's like a solidarity vigil
Yeah.
type thing.
Free the man.
Yeah,
WikiLeaks, right?
yeah.
I think that's Bradley
Well,
Manning's
yeah.
case. Yeah.
He gave.
WikiLeaks.
What was he? A sergeant?
No,
He was higher up, wasn't
no, he wasn't very high at all.
he? Oh.
He was a corporal.
He's on trial now, from what Jake's telling me. I kind of read something on
I
RT
know
about
he.
him
I
today.
seen a post where he's trying to get it dismissed on the grounds of cruel, cruel and unusual punishment or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
He was treated badly, I guess. He's trying to get everything dismissed on that grounds. But
Dismissed on the grounds that he took an oath to stand against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
there you go. Dude,
They make you swear that oath when you take military service
some
and
of the
try to go up
coolest
against a
videos I've
domestic enemy and see where it gets you.
some of the coolest videos I've seen are like Marines standing up to police officers while they're at a crime meet or an event or protest, talking to the cops how, hey, we took an oath to protect this country from enemies foreign and domestic. And if you look inside your gun, you're gonna see the biggest enemy you ever fucking faced in your life.
Okay, for anybody watching at home, you feel free to talk. There should be a social stream tab on the right side of the video feed on the ustream.com account. You can feel free to place comments or suggestions, anything you'd like in the bar to the right. Appreciate it and thank you. Okay, Jake also made a suggestion about the Occupy Sandy thing.
If we do an Occupy,
Fundraiser.
something with Occupy Sandy, we should probably do a fundraiser where we collect stuff
Collect stuff.
like canned goods and cleaning supplies and.
Well,
That kind of
see,
shit.
there was. Did you see that picture
Is there a
online?
need for a blood drive or a plasma drive for that? Maybe we can
I don't know.
put a fire under the Red Cross's ass.
Um,
I mean, I don't know how bad off people are yet because
yeah.
just
Well,
like
did
New
you?
Orleans, you really didn't hear a lot of the gritty details, in the
Yeah.
aftermath.
Well, did you see those pictures online that people were posting of the Occupy Sandy distribution centers?
No.
Yeah.
Like, they were just insane. Like, just it was like a warehouse just filled with like food and goods and stuff. Like,
They say that there's more people displaced through Sandy than there was Katrina.
Well,
I
it
don't,
was
I
just
don't
one
doubt it.
city in Katrina. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking almost the entire northern Atlantic coastline was Sandy.
Yeah, it was mostly just New York and the edge of New Jersey.
But still,
A lot of people.
it's still more than one city. I mean, it wiped out Atlantic City.
Jake also suggested a light brigade.
Light Brigade.
A light brigade, which is where you make a sign or something of like lights and you go out at night and you stand like on an overpass or something and you hold it up. He sent me a link to a tab on here. It says Overpass Light Brigade established in 2011. It's overpasslightbrigade.org.
And the legalities.
People hang signs all over the place.
Oh, but you don't have to stand there and hold it. You just hang it.
Well, like these people are standing here. I don't know if you can really.
You probably wouldn't stand for very long.
I can see. It says Walker equals no jobs, and they've got the fist.
Ah.
But
Yeah, that's cool.
we could rig something up. I think it'd be cool. All we have to do is, maybe get a car battery and a few wires, and so I think that'd be cool to go for. I don't know.
Oh, you can get like food here.
And you do stand there. Yeah, they have really good 3 cheese paninis. Just it's a glorified grilled cheese sandwich.
It's like $7 or some shit.
Okay. Oh, Jake said he has the specs to make the signs, and the light strands are like 320 with shipping, and
320
the signs are made with coroplast. No, $3.20.
for what?
Oh, you weren't here.
Uh-uh.
Overpass Light Brigade. Something Jake recommended.
Oh,
Make signs.
each one of those words is $3 and
I think so. I think that's what he said. Well, he said they come in strands.
Uh huh. Oh, and you have to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of.
Walker equals no job.
So that was probably like.
$100. As big as that is.
I would say.
You're talking about those
I think it's
those
flat. They're flat and they're about this big, and they have little LED lights in them,
I'd
and it
say
comes in a roll.
I'd say 50, 50 or 60
50
maybe,
or $60. Hey, we could
maybe.
do that one right over there.
But we can reuse the strands too. It's not like if we put them
Yeah.
on there, we're done.
Right.
Like the
We
fist.
can we can use them over and over again. So I think it'd be a solid investment.
Right.
Maybe when we down the road a little bit, maybe. But and the strands, Jake says the strands are like 40 LEDs a piece.
Yeah.
Oh, back to. Oh, we can wait for Daniel to get back. Or
What was that?
I can just. I don't think we ever even talked about it. We presented the question to see how you guys would feel about it, though. Is if the Occupy movement became a political party,
So
how would you
Eh,
guys feel
who
about
should be
that?
the leader of the Occupy Defiance?
There's not going to be one.
yeah,
And it falls on us to act as leaders. You act as a leader, I act as a leader, we all act as leaders
yeah.
of Occupy
It's
Defiance.
it's about
But
like
here's the thing, if it becomes a
individuals.
political party, then that means people would run for the office or for the nomination to be, you know what I mean, sponsored by Occupy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you vote, and we would take a vote to see who would win. But it's
yeah,
the
but I think
grassroots. Listen, it's the grassroots movement to get people into our government that we know, that we can trust. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But like I'm a libertarian, but you can trust me not to do something that's gonna try and screw people
Right.
over. Like I don't know.
And I think though, if we ever did do that, there would definitely have to be measures taken to where people
I
that are not of Occupy can't infiltrate and try to persuade and push their way in through that way.
I don't think we should do it because for one thing, it puts too many. I think it opens up a whole nother realm of regulations and restrictions and
That's
crap
yeah. I
like
was just
that
gonna
that they
say. You
try
think
and
it
put
puts us
on
in a
us.
box
Yeah,
if we
yeah,
do that? Jake doesn't want to become officially a legal group because of that reason.
yeah. Well, and the same thing too, and like him and I talked about it too. It makes the group kind of exclusive in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, if
Because
Occupy is all parties,
yeah,
all parties, all races combined,
but see, like,
because we're not we share major ideals. You know what I mean?
and that's under.
We don't squander over, you know what I mean, abortion. We don't squander over legalizing marijuana.
Yeah,
These are issues, but I'm just saying like our biggest issue is making sure that we have honest people that represent the people inside of our government.
yeah,
People that aren't backed by money or that don't take money as bribes. You
yeah.
know,
But then, like, what him and I talked about too is we talked about this like 10 minutes earlier today. Um, it's kind of
mm-hmm.
exclusive because Occupy is supposed to be something that everybody from all political, all sides of the spectrum and everything. It's not really meant to be something
Yeah,
that's
but
like,
here's the thing. But here's the thing. Republicans and Democrats, they're running away from their own parties. They
yeah,
don't know where to go.
yeah,
But they need something, and then we are. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to sound arrogant or cocky, but we are basically what they're looking for.
yeah.
They're looking for
But
some
there's
people
a
or for some group that stands up against the injustices, that calls out people for their wrongs, that has a rule of law that wants to be made. We want a rule of law maintained for everybody, presidents down to janitors.
yeah.
Nobody's
But
above the law.
I don't know. There's like the Green Party and the Libertarian Party and the I guess you could
Then you
argue
could
the
call it
Justice and the Constitutional parties.
Occupy Party.
Yeah, but see, there's too much difference within the Occupy movement. Like, you know,
Who knows, dude? You could get an anarchist running.
well, Sean,
I'm just saying though, man. Qualifications are gonna be there.
Okay,
It's not like
okay.
you're gonna
What
elect
anarchist would run for office? This is just
an
that's
oxymoron.
completely against the thing. Okay,
I see
what
it.
was that?
how can how can an anarchist run for office?
I think I saw an article on
Run to
that.
be the leader of the establishment
What
that
is
against the
this
establishment.
Well,
minarchy? Is it called minarchy?
minarchy.
Minarchy?
Like,
What is that? Is that the opposite of anarchy?
no, it means like just minimal.
Minimal anarchy.
Yeah.
Okay, so anarchy
Well,
with a form of control.
like minimal government.
Yeah. Okay. Minimal
Like Ron.
control.
Well, yeah, like um, Ron Paul and Rand Paul can be argued to be minarchists because
Okay.
they're not total for like.
I wouldn't classify them anarchist or any form of it.
Rand Paul,
I think
No,
they're
no, but
radical. I think
no.
their ideas to some are
Rand Paul
radical.
endorsed Mitt Romney.
He endorsed Mitt Romney because he said that
Yeah,
he would
because
endorse a Republican candidate, regardless of who that was, because he's trying to get involved in the Republican Party and change it.
so he
Now,
supported Mitt Romney for his own agenda.
he endorsed him simply on the basis that he was the Republican nominee because he's in the Republican Party,
It's over here.
But
which I don't agree
his
with.
dad was still in the race whenever he.
No, and I understand
Whenever
that,
he
and that's
down
why
here?
it'd be hard for me
See
to
that color
vote
up in
for
US
Rand
Sunshine?
Paul. But at the same time, I see
Oh.
the kind of effort that he's putting forward to audit the Fed